Hi, my name's Rob Nunn, consultant for JRC UK. As you can see, the leaves are falling, autumn is with us. At this time of year, you really need to start to adapt your fishing style compared to the summer. Things are changing. The leaves are falling, the lakes are covered in dead leaves. And what will happen is these will drift into windward corners of the lake and certain other areas and all start to sink. These will basically create a blanket across the bottom. And these are areas that you really don't want to position your baits. Anything can happen. Leaf can mask your hook point, the bait, and I don't believe the carp are quite happy feeding in this situation. So care and attention needs to be taken in finding clear areas on the lake. All lakes will have clear areas, be it sand, be it gravel, clay areas, even hard compacted silt. These are really good areas to present a bait in. I mean, even the soft silt areas, as long as it's good quality silt and not rancid leaf matter, which is really not good, because it even dulls the flavour of your hook bait. They take on the smell of this rotten leaf matter, making them far less attractive to feeding carp. Also, at this time of year, the water temperature is dropping. The carp are not so freely happy to feed that hard on beds of bait. In autumn at the moment though, there is a good chance of that, but as the water temperature drops, it will get less and less. At the moment, the fish are looking for food for the build-up for the winter, when the food items become less and less and less. There's several things you can do to help this along the way. I mean, this smaller baits. I mean, if you've been using, say, 18mm baits throughout the summer, perhaps drop down to 15s. I actually quite like to drop down to size 10s. Just 10mm baits, very small. They break down quite quickly as well. Not a large food item for a carp to digest. Obviously, any creature that's metabolism drops, the digestive system slows down as well. Used in conjunction with just small bags. I mean, this is a PVA mesh stocking bag. There's probably 15 or 20 baits in there. And as this dissolves in the water, they'll actually explode out round your hook bait, creating a very small area of bait, but a concentrated area of flavour. Used in conjunction with high-vis baits can be really effective. And also the benefit of this is if fish are showing, it's only small, very light, you just clip it onto the hook like so. And you can cast that an awfully long way to showing fish very accurately, knowing that you've got some free items around the bait itself. Again, this is a 10mm, highly visible, high smelling, over flavoured bait really. You wouldn't use that as loose feed, that strongly smelling, but you want your hook bait to stand out from the crowd, so to speak. The size 10 small hook, this one is a JRC MBT2, only available this year, hasn't been available prior to this year. Through demand, we've introduced it into a size 10. Extremely strong hook holds with a size 10. Most people are afraid to use a size 10 because they feel that they're not going to get the hook hold, say a size 8 or 6 will give them, and worry about the hook point straightening out. But most round wire thick hooks will actually hold very well. In fact, I believe they've got better hook hold properties than larger hooks. The braid that I'm using here is the new MBT2 Connect braid in brown, also available in weed green. Very soft, very supple, also good for shy, wary feeding carp. You can do numerous things with this as well. I mean, you could always dip it in something very strong. That's incredibly strong. That is chili and tuna, I believe, in that one. And you could dip this whole thing in there. Because the water temperature is getting lower, it's mainly with the tuna in there, that'll be tuna oil. So that will, this time of year, because the water's cold, it will take an incredibly long time to disperse, leaving a very attractive package on the bottom for any carp. Also at this time of year, knowing the depths of your water. As the water temperature reduces and reduces, these fish will move into holes on the bottom, created by many means. I mean, some holes on the bottom are actually created by feeding fish, most of which will be created in the gravel extraction process. An awful lot of English waters are gravel pits, and they're never smooth. They'll always have gravel bars, dips, ruts, holes, all sorts. Mainly they collect silt in the bottom of these as well. And the fish will like to lay up there for the winter. And if you can find these spots where the fish are laying up, present a nice overpowered strong bait, and you can actually achieve quite good success. Well, this particular rig was and is a very successful winter rig, and I've also got a fluorocarbon rig that I shall move on to next. Right, I'm now going to run you through the properties and application of fluorocarbon. I'm even going to construct the rig for you. Fluorocarbon has the same light refraction qualities as water, making it almost invisible to fish. At this time of year, the water-bound algae is decreasing and the water clarity is generally getting clearer as the water temperature decreases, making it more and more necessary to conceal your rig from the fish. I'm just going to run you through this rig. It's one I use through autumn right into winter. Particularly good used in conjunction with bottom baits, I find. First of all, I shall tie the hair part of the hook link, like so. It's a very simple rig to tie, very quick as well, which is very handy for replacing rigs. Just nip down your hair, make sure it's tight. And what I always do here is I'll put the bait on before the hook. This way it enables you to get the hook length right. Using a baiting needle, just pop on a bait. I quite like using these highly visible yellow JRC bait stops. They add a little bit of visual attraction as well, I find. And used in conjunction with the Connect 4 MBT hook, it's got an outturned eye, which holds the hair straighter with the shank of the hook instead of a vicious offset, making it better for hooking. I mean, I tend to use a fluorocarbon, a soft hair, but with this particular pattern of hook, it's not necessary. This way you can just gauge the length, simple knotless knot, 8 times back up the shank, back through the eye, simple as that. Just put a loop on the other end for quick release, so you can take it on and off as you require for changing hook links. You can even keep half a dozen rigs ready to go with baits on for when you're showing it, casting to showing fish. Nip the knot down, like so. Trim the tag end, ready to go. The anti-ejection on that, it's actually got a big point on there. So as the fish takes it in, it will drop to the bottom of its mouth and pluck in. This can also be used with pop-ups. I generally prefer a hinge with pop-ups, but with a bottom bait, I found in the winter this rig can be devastating. Alright, first fish of the day. MBT Connect 2 hook, my chosen hook, and it's also on the new JRC Connect soft braid in the mud brown colour. Seems to work nicely. In the net, lovely, first one of the day. There we go, nice little mirror, beautifully scaled, small fish but very pretty. So as is always the way, fish on through the day, few small fish throughout the day. Last knockings, just after dark, bang, mid double, lovely.